So in last class, we have seen how to assemble element stiffness matrices into a global stiffness matrix. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now let us go ahead uh, and let us look at restrained force matrix. So what is restrained force matrix? So this is our original structure. Even restrained structure matrix can be evaluated at element level, and using the same procedure we can assemble the restrained stiffness matrix. Are you with me, Ganesh?
Yes, sir.
But in this particular case, we will directly write down the restraint stiffness matrix. First of all, let us understand what is restraint stiffness matrix. So how many degrees of freedom are there here? U1, U2, U3, up to U10, U11, U12. First of all, we are going to draw something called as restrained structure. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Restrained structure. So restrained structure is that structure in which all the degrees of freedom are not allowed to happen. So I don't want U1, U2, U3. So already the structure is fixed here. I will show that end as a fixed one. Happy?
Yes, sir.
I don't want U3, U4. I don't want U4, U5 and U6 to occur. So therefore, I'm going to make this end of the column also a fixed one. And this end of the beam also a fixed one. So this is A. This is B. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then I don't want U8, U7 and U9 to occur. So I am also going to make this end the fixed one. So this is C. So the moment I make it fixed, there is no U7, U8 and U9. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. And then I'm going to also not allow U10, U11 and U12. So that is already fixed, but I will show it as a fixed one. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this is called as restrained structure. Mind you, in restrained structure, we show all the member loads along with restraining the degrees of freedom. So अगर इस member के ऊपर कोई भी member load होता, तो वो load हम यहाँ पे दिखा देते. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let us modify the problem and let us have a member load here. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me have a member load here. So I will show that beam BC has been subjected to a UDL. Are you with me? And that UDL is
Yes,
10
sir.
kilonewton per meter. So how many loads are there on this structure? You have this P equal to 10 kilonewton acting at B, and then you have this 10 kilonewton per meter UDL acting on beam BC. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So out of that, 10 kilonewton load is a point load, and that is acting at the end of the member. So we do not show the member loads that are acting at on the end of the members or at the joints. In restrained structure, along with restraining the degrees of freedom, we also show only the loads which are acting on the members. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So on the member, we have only one load acting, and that is 10 kilonewton per meter UDL on member BC. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, what do we do in this restraint structure then? Then in this restraint structure, we find out the reactions. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So what are the reactions? So let us have a look at uh, all the reactions that we are interested in. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So what are the reactions? So first of all, I am going to have a reaction corresponding to this 10 kilonewton per meter. What is the length of this member? L1, L2 and L3.
L2.
Have we given L1, L2, L3 values? No. So let us take those values now. Let us say L1 is equal to 1 meter, 3 meter. L2 is equal to 4 meter. Happy? And L3 is
Yes, sir.
equal to 3 meter. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So therefore, this is 4 meter. So what is the reaction here? Can you tell me the reaction here? It's very easy. The load is symmetric, so therefore
20.
it's 20 and 20. So this is 20 kilonewton, this is 20 kilonewton. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. This reaction is offered by what on what? So this reaction is offered by column AB on beam BC at B. So what is the action taken by beam BC on column BA? So it is going to be exactly opposite. So this is going to be 20. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
This is Newton's third law. So this is 20 kilonewton. This is 20 kilonewton, and these two are also 20 kilonewton. So what is going to be this reaction? This is also going to be equal to 20 kilonewton.
20.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Of course, we are writing down these reactions in which structure? We are writing down the reactions in restrained structure, where we are showing only member loads. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. चलो अब आगे चलते हैं. What else? What are the other reactions? What will be the horizontal reaction here? Tell me.
So at that point, B is 10 kilonewton. The point load.
Okay, let us not show this because we are going to write down reactions only due to loads on those members. So I'm going to show only the reaction in restraint structure on this member. Uh, on this member, there is no load at all. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let us forget about that. So what is the horizontal reaction here?
10 kilonewton.
No, zero. There is no horizontal force.
Okay, now, sir, restrain this system 0.
In restraint structure, it is going to be zero. Now, what is the moment reaction here? So moments reactions here are going to be this way. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And this is going to be 10 into 4 square WL square by 12. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Fixed beam subjected to UDL of W. What is the moment reaction? WL square by 12. So what is the value of WL square by 12 here? Can you tell me? This 4 square 16,
Yes, sir.
16 by 12. So 4 4s are 4 3s are, so 40 by 30. 40 by 3. 40 by 3 is how much? 10.333. 13.333.
13.333.
So this reaction is 13.333. This reaction is 13.333. It is in kilonewton meter. Are you with me? It is in
Yes, sir.
kilonewton meter. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just give me a second. Hello? Okay. So now 20 kilo. So this is 13.333 kilonewton meter. This is 13. What do we call this moment as? We call this as MFBC. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
It is fixed end moment at B for member BC. And what do we call this as? It is MFCB. So it is fixed end moment at C due to member loads in a restrained structure. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
What are the reactions? So all the 6 reactions we have shown here. What are the 3 reactions here? All the reactions are going to be zero because there is no member load. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, here also all the reactions are going to be zero because there are no member loads. Similarly, here all the reactions are going to be zero because there are no member loads. Are you with me? You may ask what
Yes, sir.
happens to that joint load, 10 kilonewton. That is taken care of separately. How? We will see that in a while. But this is just the extension of stiffness matrix method that you have learned. So it should not be very difficult to understand what I am doing. So in restrained structure, all the reactions are going to be zero. Here, are you with me? This is element number 1. Do you
Yes,
agree
sir.
with me? This is element number 2 and this is element number 3. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So can I write down restrained force matrix for element number 1? Easily. I will have to look at element number 1's degree of freedom. So what are the element number 1's degrees of freedom? So I will take this local degrees of freedom. I will take them here. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me take those degrees of freedom here. So now corresponding to U1, what is the reaction in first? But first of all, tell me what is U1? Is it a translation or is it a rotation? Tell me.
Translation.
Translation. So what are the degrees of freedom here? U1, U2, U3. U1, U2, U3, U4. So U1 is a translation. Where is it? It is at 1. That is first node of first element. That is at A. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Corresponding to translation, which is the reaction that I should be looking for? Force or moment?
Force.
Yes. This translation is in which direction? Horizontal or vertical?
Horizontal.
If it is in a horizontal direction, I should be looking for a horizontal force. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So horizontal force अगर मुझे देखना है तो वहां पे horizontal force reaction कितना है बोलो मुझे in restraint structure? Zero.
0. 0.
So I am going to write 0 here. Now what is U2? U2. It is
Movement.
rotation at 1.
Rotation.
So
Mm.
rotation matlab I will have to look at moment reaction. What is moment reaction here? 0. So U1 is 0, U2 is 0.
0.
What can you say about U3? 0. U3 is here. So I am
Yes, sir.
going to look at horizontal force reaction. That is 0. And U4, I am going to look at element number 1. In element number 1, U4 is rotation at 2. At 2, there is no moment reaction. So it is also 0. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is FR restrained force matrix for element number 1. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now I am going to write down restrained force matrix for element number 2. Element number 2 also has the similar degrees of freedom, which are U1, U2, U3, and U4, local degrees of freedom. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And how do these degrees of freedom look like for element number 2? So that diagram I am going to borrow it here. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So though I said that we will directly write down the restraint force matrix for global structure, but no, let us do it systematically. I will write it down for each element. We will follow the same procedure of assembly as we followed for stiffness matrix. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now FR2, this is for second element, FR for E2. What is U1? U1 is vertical translation at 2.
Vertical.
So is there any vertical force reaction at 2? Yes, it is there. It is 20 kilonewton. Do you
Yes.
agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And is it in the direction of U1? Yes. So I am going to write it as plus 20. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let us let us have a look at U2. Where is U2? U2 is what? It is rotation. And it is anti-clockwise in nature. U2 को हमने कैसे दिखाया है जरा देखो. U2 is shown as anti-clockwise in nature. Now, can you tell me, corresponding to rotation at 2, is there uh, a moment reaction? Yes, it is there. That is 13.333.
Mm.
Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And is it clockwise or anti-clockwise? It is also anti-clockwise. So it is in the direction of U2. So I am going to write it as plus 13.333. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Look at U3. What is U3? U3 is vertical translation at 3. 3 is nothing but this end. Are you with me? So is there a vertical force
Yes,
reaction
sir.
here? Yes, that is 20 kilonewton and that is in the direction of U3. So therefore I am going to write it as plus 20. Are you with me? Mind you, these signs have nothing to do with upward, downward, towards right, towards left. No. You have to look at how U1, U2, U3, U4 are shown. And with reference to U1, U2, U3, U4's directions, what is the direction of reactions? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, look at U4. U4 is shown as rotational degree of freedom anticlockwise at 3. So at 3, that means at this C, what is the reaction? The moment reaction is 13.333, but it is clockwise. So I will have to write it as minus 13.33. Why? Because it is against the direction of U4, not because it is clockwise. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
As it is against the direction, assumed direction of U4, which is a local degree of freedom for element number 2. Therefore, I am going to write it as minus 13.33. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So have you understood how to write down restrained force matrix for element number 1 and 2? Now,
Yes, sir.
I am going to write down restrained force matrix for element number 3. Again, element number 3 has same degrees of freedom. For your reference, I am writing down these degrees of freedom on right hand side. It is not a multiplication. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
सो U1 के करस्पॉन्डिंग रिएक्शन रिस्ट्रेंट स्ट्रक्चर में जो है वो यहाँ आना चाहिए. U1 कौन सा? एलिमेंट नंबर 3 का U1. Are you with me? So therefore I will have to look at what is
Yes, sir.
U1 of element number 3. So I will have to borrow this diagram there. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So borrowed that diagram. Now what is U1? U1 is horizontal translation at 3. So horizontal translation at 3 means horizontal reaction at force reaction at C I should be looking for. That is 0. By the way, all the reactions are 0 here. So you will understand that
Zero.
irrespective of whatever is U1, U2, U3, U4, this is going to be 0, 0, 0, 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So now we have found out uh, restrained force matrix for all the 3 elements. Happy?
Yes, sir.
I am going to borrow this. Just a second. Let us borrow this and put it at the location where we were writing down the restrained force matrix. These are elemental matrices. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
But we are now interested in writing down the global restrained force matrix. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Global restrained force matrix. Now, in global restrained force matrix, what should I be restraining? I should be restraining all global degrees of freedom. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
The moment I restrain all global degrees of freedom, U1, U2, U3, up to U10, U11, and U12, this matrix is going to be of the size 12 cross 1. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So, कैसे दिखने वाला है ये? देखो, this is going to be something like this, where the first element corresponds to U1, second element corresponds to U2, third element corresponds to U3, fourth U4, fifth U5, U6, U7, U8, are you with me? U9,
Yes, sir.
U10, and U11 and U12. Just give me a second. Let it be. So let me demarcate these places. U12, U11, U7, 6. Now, how are we going to write down these elements? Look at the element and their global degrees of freedom to which they map. So U1, capital U1, global degree of freedom U1 is a part of which element? Tell me. It is a part of first element, not the part of second element,
First
not the
element.
part of third element. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now this U1 is which local degree of freedom for element number 1? First local degree of freedom.
Small u1.
So
Yes,
therefore,
sir.
in restrained force matrices for the elements, I am going to look at the first element and its first degree of freedom. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So how much is that? How much is that number? That is 0. Happy?
0.
So I am going to write down 0 here. I hope you are understanding the process.
Yes, sir.
U2. U2 is a part of which element? U2 is not the part of first element. Are you with me? Is not the part of second element
Yes, sir.
and is also not the part of third element. Why? Because U2 is vertical. So anyway, we saw that those degrees or dummy degrees of freedom, we are not going to do anything with them. Even here as well. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, can I safely write 0 here?
Yes, sir.
What about U3? U3 is a part of which element?
First element.
U3 is a part of first element and second, third, no, it is not there. So only first element. Which degree of freedom of first element? Second degree of freedom. Are you with me?
Second.
So look at FR
Yes, sir.
matrix, second degree of freedom, that is corresponding to U2. What is the element here? 0. So I am going to write it as 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Look at U4. U4 is the part of which element? U4 is part of only first element,
First
third
element.
degree of freedom. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Third degree of freedom. So it is going to be 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
U5, part of which element? None of the element. Oh, sorry. It is a part of second element.
Second element.
Which degree of freedom? First degree of freedom. So
First
I'm
degree
going
of
to look
freedom.
at elemental restraint force matrix first degree of freedom. It is plus 20. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So can I write it as plus 20 here? Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now U6, part of which element?
Second element.
First element का भी है. Are you with me?
हाँ. Sorry, sir. First
U6 is
element.
a part
Yes,
of
sir.
first element and second element. So first element's
Second
fourth
element.
degree of freedom and second element's second degree of freedom. So I am going to look at FR
Second
matrix
degree of
of first
freedom.
element, its fourth degree and second degree of second element. So it is 0 plus 13.333. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
I am intentionally writing that 0 because you have to understand its contribution comes from both the elements. Happy?
Yes, sir.
What can you say about U7? U7 is a part of third element. Which
Third
degree of
element.
freedom? Which degree of freedom? First
First degree
degree.
of freedom.
So therefore, restrained force matrix of third element, first degree of freedom, 0. So I am going to write it as 0. What about U8? U8 is part of
Second element.
second element. Which degree of freedom? Third degree
Third
of
degree of
freedom.
freedom.
So I am going
Third
to
degree.
go for second element, third degree of freedom plus 20. Happy?
Yes, sir.
U9, part of which element? Element number 3.
Second
Finally,
element and third element.
second element's fourth degree of freedom and third element's second degree of freedom. So FR matrix of second element, fourth degree of freedom, minus 13.333. And this one. And third elements, which degree of freedom? Third elements,
Second degree of freedom. It's 0. Second degree of freedom.
second degree of freedom. So it is 0. Are you with me? So this
Yes, sir.
minus 13.333 plus 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
देखो मैं ऑर्डर भी मेंटेन कर रहा हूँ. सेकेंड एलिमेंट का कंट्रीब्यूशन फर्स्ट, देन थर्ड एलिमेंट का कंट्रीब्यूशन. हियर फर्स्ट एलिमेंट का कंट्रीब्यूशन फर्स्ट, देन सेकेंड एलिमेंट का. आर यू विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
U10 part of,
Part of third element.
is it part of any other element? No. Third element, third degree of freedom. So restrained force matrix for third element and third degree of freedom, 0. So I'm going to write it as 0. U11 part of which matrix? Part of which element? None of the elements.
No, sir.
U11 anyway turns out to be 0. Happy? U12.
Yes, sir.
Bolo, U12.
Third element. Third element.
Fourth degree
Fourth
of
degree
freedom.
of freedom.
So third element, fourth degree of freedom, 0. So 0. So this is global restrained force matrix. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now we are going to write down something
Yes, sir.
called as global nodal force matrix. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
We denote this global restrained force matrix as FR. क्या notation से denote करते हैं हम? FR से. Are you with me? And we denote this nodal force matrix by notation FN. What is this nodal force matrix? तो अभी बचा क्या है? We considered restrained force. In restrained structure we consider all member loads, but we did not consider joint loads. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore we have to now look at nodal force matrix. मतलब we have to consider joint nodes corresponding to each degree of freedom. Happy?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो ये जो रिस्ट्रेंड फोर्स मैट्रिक्स मैंने लिखा है ना, इसी के नीचे आई एम गोइंग टू नाउ राइट डाउन नोडल फोर्स मैट्रिक्स फॉर एलिमेंट्स. आर यू विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
So in nodal force matrix I am going to look at element number 1. एलिमेंट नंबर 1 मतलब कौन सा है? ये वाला, दिस वन. आर यू विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
In this I am going to draw unrestrained structure and I am going to show only nodal loads. Happy?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ पे मैं सिर्फ नोडल लोड्स दिखाने वाला हूँ. तो व्हाट आर द नोडल लोड्स? One is this 10 kilonewton. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then I will also have to show nodal reactions. Are you with me? तो ये reaction देखो, this reaction
Yes.
I'm going to call it as VA. I am assuming its senses. Are you with me? Right now I am assuming their senses. I am going
Yes,
to call
sir.
it as VAHA, and I will assume that it is anti-clockwise. I am going to call it as MA. Happy? I am going to call this as PD, HD. I am going to assume it to be anti-clockwise and I am going to call it as MD. So these are the nodal loads. Nodal loads itne hi hai. Nodal loads are the loads that act on the joints. So वो reactions हो सकते हैं या फिर actions हो सकते हैं. Are you with me? But they essentially act at a joint and which are not considered in restraint structure. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
You may argue that I have considered these reactions here, but those are the reactions from member loads in the restraint structure. ये reaction कौन से है? These are the final reactions. Due to all these forces acting on this structure, whatever are the reactions that get generated at A and D are those reactions. And those are not accounted for. We accounted only for restrained reactions. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore here we are going to show all the reactions and नोडल फोर्सेस और नोडल मूवमेंट्स जो जॉइंट पे एक्ट होने वाले लोड है वो सारे लोड हम दिखाने वाले कौन से स्ट्रक्चर में ओरिजिनल स्ट्रक्चर में वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द रिस्ट्रेंट स्ट्रक्चर नाउ nodal forces are to be shown on the original structure. Are you with me?
Oh yes, sir. So that means at the due to the 10 kilonewton nodal force, the reactions and movement generated at A.
No, no. When I write this HA, VA, and MA, those are the those are the final reactions that are generated at the nodes. Those are present. Those which are present there. Are you with me?
Due to member load and also nodal load.
Yes. So what is the logic here that I will try to explain you? See, reactions at both these ends are due to this 10 kilonewton load as well as due to this member load. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Uh, so in when you see the final equation that we are going to write down, it will have FR and FN matrices. And in FN matrices, you are going to have these reactions. So in absence of FR, these reactions would have been exactly equal to the reactions due to 10 kilonewton. But in presence of FR, those are modified due to FR matrix. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So I hope you have done stiffness matrix method. उसमें भी ऐसे ही करते हैं हम. Uh, we when you will see the final equation of equilibrium, you will understand what I am trying to do. But mind you, these HA, VA, MA, HD, VD, MD are not only due to 10 kilonewton. What we are saying is these reactions are due to both 10 kilonewton and member loads. When I club them in equilibrium equation, you will see how that works out. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, when I write the nodal force matrix for first element, which are the degrees of freedom that I am going to look at? I am going to look at these degrees of freedom, U1, U2, U3, and U4. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So these are local degrees of freedom, U1, U2, U3, and U4. These are for element number 1. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So now in this structure, corresponding to U1, is there any action there? Yes, it is there. U1 is translation in x direction towards right. You have HA shown towards right. So can I write plus HA here? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Achha. What about
Yes, sir.
U2? What is U2? U2 is anti-clockwise rotation.
Rotation.
So this moment MA, I have assumed it anti-clockwise. So it will have plus sign. Why plus? Not because it is anti-clockwise. Because it is aligned with U1, U2. Are you with me? It is in the same direction as U2.
Yes, sir.
Mind you, if negative sign emerges for MA, that means originally assumed sense of MA was incorrect. That's okay. So we have got the clockwise reaction. Are you with me? So don't worry about what you assume here. At the end, whatever sign you get, depending upon that, you can decide the true nature of HA, MA, VA, HD, VD, MD. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when I look at element number 1, ये जो element number 1 देख रहा हूं मैं. So what is U3? Yes, tell me, what is U3?
Translation.
Translation in X direction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So is there any nodal force here? Yes, it is there, 10 kilonewton plus 10. Happy?
Yes, sir.
What is U4? Rotation. Is there any moment acting at this end? No. Zero. Happy? Have you
Yes, sir.
understood how did I write this Fn for element number 1? Now let us write down Fn for element number 2. And here you are going to have U1, U2, U3, U4, but for element number 2. Happy? Chalo.
Yes, sir.
What is U1 here? Vertical translation. Is there any vertical force acting at this end? No. So therefore it is 0. What is U2? Moment, 0. What is U3? Vertical force at 3, 0. What is U4? Rotation. Rotation के corresponding moment, 0. Do you agree with me? In this structure you have to look at.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now how do I write Fn3? Chalo. Fn for element number 3. कैसे लिखना है? What is U1, U2, U3, U4? What is U1?
0.
U1 is everything is U1, U2, both are 0. Because corresponding to rotation and
0.
translation in x direction, we don't have anything. Happy? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So U1, U2, it is going to be
Yes, sir.
0. U1, U2. What about U3, U4? U3 is horizontal translation. Do you have horizontal force reaction here? Yes, it is HD. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
What about U4? MD.
It's rotation.
Yes,
MD.
MD. And as
Yes, sir.
U4 is also anti-clockwise, I have shown MD also as anti-clockwise. Therefore, it is this one. Now, let me bring this, borrow this. These are nodal force matrices for 3 elements. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So, these are, I will say they are elemental nodal force matrices. Happy? But
Yes, sir.
I need to write down now global nodal force matrix. Happy?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो ग्लोबल नोडल फोर्स मैट्रिक्स के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? आई विल हैव टू borrow this setting there. There are 12 degrees of freedom. So corresponding to that, you are going to have this matrix of size 12. This is Fn matrix. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me clear this.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
No, sir. I mean, that's the notation is FR first.
Now its notation is Fn. This notation was Fr.
FR. Yes, sir.
So now Fn matrix corresponding to U1. U1 is a part of which element? Tell me. So let us assemble now. U1 is
Which
a part of
element?
which element? It is the part of first element. Which degree of freedom? First degree of freedom. So I am going to look at first degree of freedom of element number 1. So it is going to be plus HA. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about U2? U2 is a part of which element?
None of elements.
None of the elements. So actually I tend to write 0 there, but if you truly, if you are writing it correctly, you will see that U2 is global degree of freedom. Corresponding to that, we have VD here. Do you agree with me? VA here. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
But as at element level, we have not considered that degree of freedom. Therefore, in this also, it will be written as 0, but you have to understand it is VD, but it cannot be evaluated because if you look at all the rows correspond stiffness and restraint force matrix, we have not treated that as unknown. So it cannot be evaluated. Are you with me? So truly speaking, it is VD, but you can write it as 0 because second and 11th degree of freedom is dummy degree of freedom. We are going to remove that from the matrix. from all the matrices. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So forget about this. This was not considered as a degree of freedom in first element. Therefore, whatever we say about this here is anyway irrelevant. Now let us look at U3. U3 is a part of which element?
First element.
Second degree of freedom. So look at first element, second degree of freedom.
Yes, sir.
0.
MA.
Sorry, first element, second degree of freedom. So plus MA. Happy?
Yes, sir.
What about U4? U4 is a part of which element?
First element. Third degree of freedom.
So we are going to look at first element, third degree of freedom, nodal matrix.
10.
How much is that? Plus 10. Do you
10.
agree with me? What about U5?
Yes, sir. Second element.
U5. U5 is a part of
Second element.
first degree of freedom. So let us have a look at
Yes, sir.
second element, first degree of freedom. 0. What can you say about U6?
Yes, sir.
U6 is a part of
First element and second element.
first element, fourth degree of freedom. Second element, second degree of freedom.
Second degree of freedom.
So first element, fourth degree of freedom. Second element, first degree of freedom. It is 0 plus 0. What about U7? U7.
Third element. First degree of freedom.
First degree of freedom. So let us have a look at third element, first degree of freedom. Nodal stiffness matrix, nodal force matrix. Third degree, so it is 0. Are you with me? What about U8?
Second element. Third degree of freedom.
Second element, third degree of freedom. So let us have a look at second element, third degree of freedom. That is 0. So I will write it as 0. What about U9?
Second element. Third element.
Second element, fourth degree of
Second element.
and third
Fourth degree
element,
of freedom.
second degree of freedom.
Third element.
Second element, fourth degree of freedom. Third element, second degree of freedom. Both are 0, 0. Do you agree with me? What can you
Yes,
say
sir.
about U10? U10.
Third element. Third degree of freedom.
So let us have a look at that. Third element, third degree of freedom. Third element, third degree of freedom. It is plus HD. So can I write it as plus HD here? Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now U11 and U12 quickly. So let us have a look at U11. U11 is a part of
U11. 0.
0 and U12 is a part of
0.
element fourth degree. So third element
MD.
fourth degree, that is MD, and U11 is 0 but actually it is VD. Do you agree with me? जरा देखो U11 क्या है? What is U11?
Yes.
U11 is vertical translation at D. Corresponding to vertical translation at D, you have VD here, but that will not come out because in the third element, uh, we have not considered that as a degree of freedom locally. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So that is left out. That doesn't come into the picture. So therefore, it is 0. Now, what is the equilibrium? So we have found out global nodal force matrix, global restraint force matrix, and global stiffness matrix. Are you with me? These are the matrices at glance.
Yes, sir.
So how does the equilibrium equation now look like? We are now at the last step of this. So how does the equilibrium equation looks like? So I'm now going to write down equilibrium equation. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Equilibrium equation is written as K, that is global stiffness matrix, K times global degrees of freedom, U, plus Fr. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This must be equal to nodal force matrix. This is the this is the equilibrium equation that you must have learned during the stiffness matrix method. ये कैसे आता है, how it is justifiable and all those things, I expect that you have learned that in stiffness matrix method. But this is the equilibrium equation. Happy?
Yes,
Are you
sir.
with me? हाँ, तो चलो अब हम कुछ चीजें इसके ऊपर करेंगे. The first thing that we are going to do is, जरा यहाँ पे ध्यान दो, as we have said that which degrees of freedom are redundant. So u u u2 and u11 are the degrees of freedom which are redundant. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि एलिमेंट नंबर 1 में हमने u2 के करस्पॉन्डिंग कोई लोकल डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम लिया ही नहीं था. Are you with me? This is element
Yes, sir.
number 1. There is u1, there is u2, but there is no degree of freedom in vertical direction. Are you with me? Translation, vertical translation at 1. So therefore, this u2 and similarly u11, these degrees of freedom are dummy degrees of freedom. Happy?
Yes, sir.
What can you say about u5 and u8? u5 and u8, however, are not dummy degrees of freedom, because for element number 2, we have considered these degrees of freedom. Just look at element number 2. Element number 2, u1 and u3, they map to u5 and u5 and u8. Are you with me?
U8.
So u5 and u8
Yes,
are
sir.
not dummy degrees of freedom, but u2 and u11 are dummy degrees of freedom because they do not map to any local degree of freedom. Happy?
Yes, sir.
समझ रहा है ना क्या मैं बोल रहा हूँ? If you look at, फिर से बताता हूँ.
Yes, sir.
If
Yes,
you
sir.
look at element number 1, we have u1 and then rotation u2. We have not considered vertical translation at 1 as a degree of freedom. So therefore, uh, u2 and u11, these two degrees of freedom are global degrees of freedom, are not mapped to any of the local degrees of freedom. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now you can also then argue out why not u5 and u8 are dummy degrees of freedom, because even though u5 and u8 are not mapped to any degree of freedom in element number 1 and element number 3, they are mapped to some degrees of freedom in element number 2. Element number 2 के degrees of freedom देखो, element number 2 के local degrees of freedom u1 and u3, they get mapped to u5 and u8. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, U2 and U11 are to be disregarded. How do we do that? तो 2 डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम हम डिसरिगार्ड करेंगे, मतलब हम 2 कॉलम्स और 2 रोज इस इक्वेशन के डिसरिगार्ड करने वाले. कौन से, वो मैं अभी मार्क करता हूं. आर यू विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
सो U2 के करस्पॉन्डिंग स्टिफनेस मैट्रिक्स का रो कौन सा है? ये वाला. I assume as if this column is not present. Happy? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes,
U11
sir.
के corresponding, which is the column, this one. I assume that this column is not present. Happy?
Yes, sir.
अगर मैंने सिर्फ 2 कॉलम रिमूव कर दिए तो स्टिफनेस मैट्रिक्स रेक्टेंगुलर हो जाएगा, जो कि हो नहीं सकता. बट you have to also cancel out rows. So what is the row corresponding to U2? So I am also not considering this row. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
ये रो भी कैंसिल किया because that is corresponding to U2 and U2 is the dummy degree of freedom. it is not mapped to any local degree of freedom. Happy? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
चलो U11 का रो भी कैंसिल करना
Yes,
पड़ेगा.
sir.
So U11 row also is cancelled because it doesn't map to any local degree of freedom. So now can you tell me what is the size of K matrix? पहले कितने डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम है बताओ मुझे. 12 डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम है जिसमें से हमने 2 हटा दिए. आर यू विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
तो पहले साइज क्या था? 12 क्रॉस 12. अभी क्या होगा?
Yes,
10
sir.
क्रॉस 10. 2 रोज और 2 कॉलम्स गए तो साइज
Yes,
क्या
sir.
हुआ? 10 क्रॉस 10. हैप्पी? आर यू विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
So that's what I'm going to write down now. So
Yes,
what
sir.
is the size of K matrix? 10 cross 10. Happy?
Yes, sir.
What is the size of U matrix? Now obviously U2 and U11 are to be removed. So the size of this matrix is going to be 10 cross 1 जो कि otherwise 12 cross 1 होता. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now is the multiplication possible? Yes, because this 10 and this 10, number of columns of K matrix, they match to number of rows of U matrix. So therefore this multiplication is possible. And what is the size of multiplication? It is 10 cross 1 matrix. Are you with me? So first term is going to
Yes, sir.
be 10 cross 1. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the size of FR matrix? Now look at FR matrix. Where is FR? FR matrix का size 12 cross 1 है. But U2 and U12, sorry, U2 and U11 are to be discussed.
U11.
Happy? So then, what is the size of FR matrix? 10 cross 1? Do you agree with
10
me?
cross 1.
Yes. So can you add a 10 cross 1 matrix
Yes, sir.
into 10 cross 1 matrix? Yes, easily. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the size of FN matrix? Bolo. What is the size of FN matrix?
12 cross 1.
12 cross 1. But in that,
1.
I am going to disregard U2 and I am going to disregard U11. So what is the size of this matrix? Tell me.
10 cross 9.
10 cross 1. Happy?
1.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now let us write down this equation in
Yes, sir.
full hand. Let us write down this equation in full hand. So I am going to write down all elements of stiffness matrix once again for a reason. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me write down. Chalo. But I am going to do now, I am going to write it as K11. Are you with me? K12,
Yes, sir.
K13, K14, K15, K16, K17, K18, K19, and K110. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This is how the first row of matter, and this maps to which degrees of freedom? Can we write down the global degrees of freedom? U1. What should I write here? Yes, Ganesh.
U11. U11.
You degrees of freedom U1 to U12 है ना, तो इधर क्या लिखूं? U1 then
U1, U12 है, sir.
ना U2 नहीं, because
U2.
U2 we have removed. That's why it is 10 cross 1.
Uh,
So U1,
remove that.
U3,
Yes, sir. U3.
U4,
U3,
U5,
U4.
U6, U7, U8, U9, U10, U11 is removed. So U12. Happy?
Yes, sir.
This is the partitioning. So let us do the partitioning. Two, three. Not partitioning, I am just separating these columns. वो जो ऊपर U1 U7 मैंने लिखा है ना, that is the mapping. You have to understand that it is for understanding कि कौन सा एलिमेंट कौन से डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम के करस्पॉन्डिंग है. Are you with me? It serves no other purpose. It is not a part of stiffness
Yes, sir.
matrix. Happy? Are you
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Chalo. Now, can you tell me how many rows
Yes,
are
sir.
going to be there in this stiffness matrix? 10. And they will also
10
correspond
rows.
to U1,
Yes, sir.
then U3, then U4, U5, happy, U6, U7,
Yes, sir.
U8, U9, U10, U11 is not there. You have U12. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this is U1. Then just give me a second. This is U3, U4, U5, U6, 7, U8, U9, U10. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा सा पेशेंस इसमें रखना पड़ेगा because unless we do it once, you will not get the hang over this process. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So now, then these, let me write down all these elements. So this is going to be K22. This is going to be K33. Happy? K44, K55, K66. No, कुछ तो गड़बड़ किया हमने. K11. There is yeah, K2 big K, that's correct. K77, K88, K99. Are you with me? And last element is K1010. Happy? 10th row, 10th column.
Yes, sir.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Then what are these elements?
Yes, sir.
K23, K24, K25. ये ऐसे कंटिन्यू होगा. And you are going to have K210. Happy? Here K310,
Yes, sir.
K410, K. See, you will see a gap. Instead of 510, it is 410 because 1 degree of freedom is missing. Are you with me? We don't have
Yes, sir.
U2. That's why after U2, you will always see a lag. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
What is K610? It is the 6th row, 10th column element of stiffness matrix. Are you with me? What is K710? It is
Yes, sir.
7th row, 10th column element of global stiffness matrix. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This is K810 and this is K910. So this continues. It will be 3 3, then 3 4, 3 5, so on and so forth. Happy? And this matrix is symmetric.
Yes, sir.
So I have to say that on this side I will simply write it is symmetric. That means the reflections of all those elements is going to come here. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Just give me a second. Okay. So this is the stiffness matrix. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Of course, this is multiplied by the same matrix. So this stiffness matrix, its multiplication is going to be with reference to this same matrix. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So here I have written down all these just for correlating the rows and columns of stiffness matrix. Here it forms the multiplication matrix. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So essentially what I am trying to write down is this. 1 minute. So essentially what I am trying to write down is K times U. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what is the next term? FR matrix. So can I write down FR matrix here? Plus. Let me write down FR matrix. This is FR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Are you with me? Let us
Yes, sir.
bring FR matrix here. Where is FR? This is the original one. But इसमें से दो elements हमें गायब करना है. Are you with me? So let me put that matrix here for
Yes, sir.
reference. Let me put it here for reference. But while writing, I will take care that U2 will not be there. U1 के corresponding element 0, U3 के corresponding element 0, then U4, then U5 के corresponding element plus 20, then plus 13.33. Happy? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then 0,
Yes, sir.
then plus 20, then U9 के corresponding element minus 13.33. Then U10 के corresponding element 0, then we don't have element corresponding to U11 and we have element corresponding to 0. So this is FR matrix. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me? चलो अब आगे चलते हैं. Plus
Yes, sir.
this must be equal to FN matrix. This must be equal to FN matrix. Happy? Can
Yes,
I
sir.
borrow FN matrix from here? Nodal force matrix. So if that is borrowed, I have to understand that I am going to neglect two terms there. Let me copy it here. And first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and tenth. I will write down the degrees of freedom here for understanding. U1, U3, U4, U5, U6, U7, U8, U9, U10, and U12. Are you with me? So it is going to be plus HA,
Yes, sir.
then plus MA, then plus 10. Okay. 0, 0, 0,
Yes, sir.
0, 0, HD plus HD and
HD.
plus MD. Happy? So this is how
Yes,
the
yes.
equation of equilibrium looks like. This is how the equation of equilibrium looks like. Happy? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. अब जरा देखो यहाँ पे हम क्या करने वाले हैं. Now,
Yes, sir.
what are the unknowns? Let us try to mark the unknowns in this equation. So what are the unknowns? Is u1, u2, u3 unknown? देखो, u1, u2 and u3 are not unknowns. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And u10, u11, u12 are also not unknowns. So in this equation, what are the known
Yes,
quantities?
sir.
u1 is known, u3 is known, u10 is known, and u12 is known. What is the what do we know about them? u1 is equal to u3 is equal to u10 is equal to u12 is equal to 0. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Because it is a fixed support. And now on right hand side, uh, so what are the unknowns? Unknowns are u4, u5, u6, u7, u8, and u9. HA, MA, HD, MD. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
अब जरा देखो, जहां पे डिस्प्लेसमेंट्स आर नोन, करस्पॉन्डिंग रोज में यू हैव अननोन्स इन फोर्स मैट्रिक्स. So u1, u3, u10, and u12 are known quantities. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So जो known quantities है displacement में, उसके corresponding reactions are unknown quantities. Are you able to understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me? However, जो displacement unknown है,
Yes, sir.
wherever the displacements are unknowns, there the forces are known quantities. Are you able to understand that? So what I will do is,
Yes,
I
sir.
will encircle unknowns with red color. So this is the unknown, happy, and this is the unknown in force matrix. So in force matrix, nodal force matrix, wherever you have unknowns, corresponding to that, displacements are not unknowns, they are knowns. So knowns I am going to encircle with blue color. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now in displacement, the displacements that are unknown, those are u4 to u9. Corresponding to that, the forces are known quantities, they are not unknowns. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So ये इक्वेशन जो हमने लिखा है, that is slightly different than the stiffness matrix method equation that we are acquainted to, because there we had only displacement as unknowns, but here we have some displacement knowns, corresponding forces are unknowns. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So now what we are going to do, how are we going to deal with this
Yes,
situation?
sir.
We are going to do something called as partitioning of the matrices. तो हम अब matrices को partitioning करेंगे. कैसे partitioning करेंगे? I am going to club together all the known displacements. Are you with me? And I am going to club together all the unknown displacements. Happy?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. चलो. So what are the unknown displacements? U4 to
Yes, sir.
U9, right? U4 to U9. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So what I am going to do, first thing
Yes, sir.
is u4 to u9. So देखो यहाँ से u4 से लेके u9 तक, and in rows also u4 से लेके u9 तक. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So U4 is this. So I am going to draw. देखो, I am going to consider only the terms from U4 to U9. U4 to U9. Just give me a second. In stiffness matrix, both in rows and columns. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So देखो ये जो मैट्रिक, ये जो टर्म है, this one, this blue line, it encompasses columns from U4 to U9. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
That line I am going to now extend vertically. That encompasses all the rows from U4 to U9. Do you agree with me? Happy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
तो देखो अब क्या कर रहा हूं मैं. So this is the zone. I'm going to mark this zone now by dotted lines like this. Happy?
Yes, sir.
All these terms and U4 to U9 displacements, I'm going to segregate. And this is equal to, तो कैसे करने वाला देखो, all the terms written in this blue zone, I'm going to write it here as a separate matrix. Are you with me?
Oh,
U4,
yes, sir.
U5, U6, U7, U8, U9. U4, U5, U6, U7, U8, U9. This is a separate matrix that I am going to write down. What are the terms involved in this matrix? Can you tell me? Chalo, bolo.
So K23.
So it will start from K33. This is actually K11 of this matrix, but it is K33 of global stiffness matrix. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
K33 of global stiffness matrix will come here. And ये कहाँ तक जाएगा? It will go up to K39. Do you agree with me? K39.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the next term? You are going to have K44, K55, K66. Just give me a second. K77. Happy? And last term is K88. Happy? Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This K49, K59, K69, K7. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just give me a second. This multiplied by what? This multiplied by, now here also I'm going to maintain only U4 to U9. U4, U5, U6, U7, U8 and U9. Happy? Plus here also I'm going
Yes,
to
sir.
maintain only these 6 elements, 4 to 9, only these elements. So how do I write that? So U4 के corresponding element क्या है? 0. Are you with me? 0. 0, 0, then plus 20 plus 13.33 plus 20 plus 13.33. Agreed? Then 0 plus 20, 0
Yes, sir.
plus 20 and minus 13.33. This is equal to nodal force matrix. That also I am going to consider only corresponding to U4 to U9. So how does that look like? 0, 20, sorry, 0 plus 10. देखो U4 के corresponding plus 10. Then all are 0. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here I am solving a equation where this is 6 cross 6 matrix. This is 6 cross 1 degree of freedom. Do you agree with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 cross 1 and this is 6 cross 1. Once I solve this, I will be able to get U4, U5, U6, U7, U8 and U9. So all displacement unknowns are solved for. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, the remaining partition is for U1, U3, U10 and U12. Happy? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So U1, U3. So mark all the zones that involve U1, U3. Happy? U1, U3. तो ये
Yes, sir.
एक जोन हुआ. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then U1, U3 on rows and U11, U10 and U12 on columns. So this is another zone. Agreed?
Yes,
Happy?
sir.
Then can you tell me other two zones? देखो U10 and U12 on rows. Happy? And U1 and U3 on columns. This is another zone. Happy?
Yes, sir.
What else is there? U10 and U11 as rows and U11, U10 and U12 as columns. So this is another zone. Happy? Are you with
Yes, sir.
me? So now tell me U1, U3, U10 and U4 total कितने unknowns मतलब total कितने rows हुए? 4. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
हाँ.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we are going to do now is we are going to expand the first row. Let us try to expand the first row of this equation. So what do you get? K11 into U1. Happy?
Yes, sir.
K12 into U3 plus K13 into U4, so on and so forth. But U4, U5, U6, U7, U9 will be found out from this equation. Okay, so this is difficult to understand at a glance. So let us first find out this U4, U5, U6, U7, U8 and U9. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So now, can you tell me what is K33? Look at the global matrix. So K33, now I am going to renumber this. देखो 1 यहाँ पे, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Because we are cutting out U11 and U2. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me what is K33. So I have to look for third row, third column. So what is the value of K33? 12 EI1 upon L1 cube. What is L1? L1 we have already written down it as 3. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So it is 12 EI1 upon 3 cube. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So what is the first element here? 12 EI 1 upon 3 cube. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, if this is K33, then this element is K34. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
What is K34? So this is next element in the line. K34, third row, fourth column element. That is 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Next element is minus 6CI1 upon L1 square. Then 0. All the elements are 0. Happy? So
Yes,
this
sir.
is 0. Then third element here is minus 6EI1 upon L1 square. That is 3 square. And the remaining 3 elements are 0. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So let us keep some space here so that we will be able to comfortably write this matrix. So this is the first row of this matrix. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. I am just completing this K matrix. Okay. चलो. So 12 ये first row तो हो गया. Now let us go to the K44. So what is K44? Fourth row, fourth column. So it is 12 EI 2 cube upon L2 cube. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So I will write down that 12 EI 2 cube upon L2 cube. 12 EI 2, 12 EI 2 upon L2 cube. Why have we written EI cube? That is by mistake. यहाँ पे cube नहीं चाहिए. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So fourth, twelve EI cube upon L2 cube. 12 EI2 upon L2 cube. What is L2? L2 is 4.
Yes, sir.
So upon 4 cube. What is next in line? So I will now go on looking at the next values in fourth row. So it is going to be 6 EI2 upon L2 square 0 minus 12 EI 2 upon L2 cube and minus 6 EI 2 upon L2 square. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me borrow these elements here so that it is easy for me to write. This is fourth row elements in succession. They will remain in succession. So what are the elements? 12 EI2 upon 4 cube. उसके बाद कौन सा एलिमेंट है? 6 EI2 upon 6 EI2 upon 4 square. Then we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
I hope I have not made any mistake. Let me cross verify. 4, 4. Did I copy this row or did I copy upper row? Hopefully I copied this one. Let me cross verify. So 12, then 6, then 0. No, some error. So 12 EI2 upon 4 cube, 6 EI2 upon 4 square, then 0. Then we have 12 EI2 upon L square. So this is not correct. This is not correct. So 12 EI2, 12 EI2 upon L2 cube, 4 cube. But this is negative. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me assign a negative sign here, so that it is, this is negative. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 EI2 upon L2 square. 6 EI2 upon 4 square. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now let us look at K55. So I am going to borrow the fifth row. Fifth row. So where is the fifth row? This one. Chalo. If I take that row here, so it is 4 EI1 upon L1 plus 4 EI2 upon L2.
Yes, sir.
There are two terms. So 4 EI1 upon 4 EI1 upon 3 plus 4 EI2 upon 4. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Then this is 0. Then this is minus 6 EI2 upon L2 square minus 6 EI2 upon L2. L2 कितना है? L2 is 4. 4 square. Happy? And then
Yes, sir.
we have 0 here. So this was about the fifth. Now let us talk about K66, sixth row. So where is sixth row?
So that last term is 2 EI by, so that in fifth row.
Let me check. It should be 2 EI 2 by L2, right?
Right.
So 2 EI 2 by L2, that is 4. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So this was about third row, that is K55. Now K66 wala row. So where is K66 row? I have to take this. Happy? We'll complete this and then stop for today. Are you with me? So this is
Oh, yes, sir.
K66. So 12 EI1 upon L1 cube. 12 EI1 upon 3 cube. 3 cube. Then we have 0 here, right? And then we have 6 EI1 upon L1 square, that is 3 square. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Great. This is sixth row is done. Now this is 7th row. Okay. Is it going to be K39 or K38? K38 if I'm correct. Because there is always a gap of 1. Are you with me?
Yes.
K8. That's fine. U9 के corresponding elements are K8. That's correct. Now K77. So 7th row. So I'm going to take this one now. Patience, but finally it is going to, finally you will get rewarded because you will understand the process. Now, minus 12 EI upon EI1 upon L1 cube. So minus 12, no, plus 12. How can diagonal term be minus? So 12 EI1 upon L cube. 12 EI1 upon L1 cube. L1 is 3. And next is minus 6 EI2 happy upon L2, that is 4 square. 7th row is over. Now we need to look only one element in 8th row, and that is K88. And what is that element? K88 is which element? K8, this one? Yeah. 4EI2 by
Yes, sir.
L2 plus
Yes, sir.
4EI1 by L1. So that is same as the earlier one where we had this up. It is same as this one. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So that element I have taken here. So that completes the stiffness matrix. And then remaining part of the equation remains same. So that I will just put it here. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
तो चलो ये equation तो हो गया. Now to solve this equation, what we are going to do is we are going to say we have EI1 is equal to EI2. Are you with me? So that I can take EI common. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Say, so we are saying it here that EI1, if EI1 is equal to EI2, we have derived it for general case, but if EI1 is equal to EI2, I can take EI common and then I can solve this equation. How are we going to solve this equation? Very easy. So we are going to use online tools. Let us solve it today and then stop 1 minute. Google. Uh, six unknowns. Linear equation solution online. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is, so we have to write down equation, 6 equations. What are the unknowns? U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So what are U, V, W, X, Y, Z for us? U4, U5, U6, U7, U8, U9. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I take EI common, EI is taken common, then what is the first term here? Can you tell me? 12 upon 3 cube? Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So that's what I write, 12 upon 3 cube. Let us go to the next term. 0. Happy? Let us go to the next
Yes, sir.
term. It is minus 6 upon 3 square because EI will be taken common. So minus 6 upon 3 square. Happy? Then 0, 0,
Yes, sir.
0, 0, 0, 0. And this is equal to, this is equal to this 10 minus this 0. So it is going to be equal to 10. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Let us look at equation number 2. So equation number 2, 12 upon 4 cube. So I will first substitute all diagonal terms. 12 upon 4 cube. Happy? Then you
Yes, sir.
have 6 upon 4 square. Then you are going to have 0.
0.
Then you are going to
Minus
have
12 by 4
minus
cube.
12 upon 4 cube. Minus 12
6 by 4 square.
upon 4 cube. Happy? Then 6 by
6 by 4 square
4 square. 6 by 4
equal to
square.
0.
And is equal to, no, not 0. This 20 will go on the other side and it will become minus 20. Are you,
Right, sir.
so this is
Yes.
minus 20. Now, third equation. Chalo, third equation bolo kya hai? 4 by 3 plus 4 by 4. Happy? Because
Yes,
EI
sir.
is constant. EI1 equal to EI2. So I can take EI common out. So it is 4 by 3 plus 4 by 4. Happy?
Yes, sir.
4 by 3 plus 4 by 4. Then 0. Then
Yes, sir.
6 by 4 square. 6 by
So minus 6 by 4 square.
square. Is it minus? Yes, minus 6 by 4 square. And then 2 by 4.
2 by 4.
And then minus
Minus 13.
13.33. Chalo, next equation.
12 by 3 cube.
12 by, अच्छा क्या गड़बड़ की है हमने? कुछ गड़बड़ की है ना? नो, राइट? 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6. हाँ, चलो 2 by 12 by 3 cube.
12 by 3 cube.
12 by 3 cube. आगे
0 and 6 by 3 square.
6 by 3 square. And it is how much?
0.
0. This is 0. Chalo, next.
12 by 3 cube.
3 cube. Yep. No, this
Minus
is
6 by 4 square.
3 cube minus 6 by
4 square.
4 square. ये plus 20 will go on other side, become minus 20. And what is the last one? 4 by 3 plus 4 by 4. And this becomes plus 13.33. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
अब रिमेनिंग टर्म्स कंप्लीट करते हैं. सो ये जो रो के कोएफिशिएंट्स है वो मुझे एक के बाद एक बताते जाओ. दोस आर गोइंग टू बी द कोएफिशिएंट्स ऑफ कॉलम. सो दैट सिमेट्री इज देयर. 6 0 minus 6 by 3 square, then 0 0 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Then यहाँ पे क्या होने वाला है? It is going to be 6 by 4 square, then 0, then minus 12 by 4 cube. Am I right?
Yes, sir. And 6 by 4 square.
0 and 6 by 4 square. 6 by 4 square. Then now third row, that is 0, then minus 6 by 4 square. Then
Yes, sir.
2 by 4.
And 2 by 4.
Then this row
Then
is going to
0.
be 0 and 6 by 3 square.
6 by 3 square.
And this row it is minus 6 by 4 square.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Calculate. Problem with the input. Inputs are number only. Okay. Very bad programming. So we will have to calculate all these values and give it there. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So can you quickly tell me what is 12 by 3 cube? So just do 12 by 27 and tell me how much it is.
0.444.
0.444. Then this is number. Can you tell me 12 by 4 cube? How much it is?
0.1875.
6 by 4 square.
Sorry, sir.
6 by 4 square.
0.375.
0.375. Okay. 6 by 4 square. Acha, 1 minute.
0.375.
0.375, right?
Yes, sir.
0.375. ये दोनों plus sign थे. I have not messed up with the sign. Then we have 0.375, right? 6 by 4
Right, sir.
square. 0.375.
Right, sir.
Then 4 by 3 plus, so it is 1 by 1 plus
2.33.
2.333.
2.333.
Then 2 by 4 is 0.5. It's very bad programming anyway. 12 upon 3 cube, how much it is? 0.444. 6 upon 3
Yes,
square
sir.
is 0.375. 0.44444. This is 2.3333. 6 upon 3 square is 0.375. 2 by 4 is
So I think
0.5.
that in third row,
Huh.
after 2.33, it's 0, and after that 6 by 4 square. So 6 by 4 minus 6 by 4 square है यहाँ
So
पे.
it is minus 0.375.
Right, sir.
So
Minus 0.3.
even this row is minus 0.375.
No, sir, that one plus. No.
That is plus.
So that is plus, and then that third row in minus. Minus 0.375.
So this is third row, fourth column, is it?
Right, sir.
So fourth row, third column. Fourth row, third column. This also should not be 0, right?
This one. Which one, sir?
No, 1 minute. It is
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This should not.
third row,
This
fifth
is
column.
0, and below that.
Fifth row, third column. This should be minus 0.375. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right.
Hope we have not made any mistake anyway. 6 upon 4
The
square is
375.
0.375.
So that's 0.375. And so after that, in third row, 0.375, it's a 2 by 4 means 1 by 2 means 0.5. No? That's,
Now is it okay? Just check signs once.
yes.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
plus, plus, minus, plus, plus, plus. Plus, plus, minus, plus, plus, plus. Okay. Then plus, 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 minus, plus. Plus, 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 minus, plus. Correct. Then plus, plus, minus, plus. Plus, plus, minus, plus. That's correct. Then plus, plus, plus. Plus, plus, plus. Correct. Then plus, minus. Plus, minus. That's correct. And this is plus. So all is symmetry, everything okay? Just check, cross verify once.
So in in fifth column, second row, it's a 12 by 4 cube. Na? So it's a
Minus 0.4444. Is it?
right, sir. Minus 0.1875. No, sir. 4 cube है ना, sir.
So point.
0.1875.
So here also 0.1875. Is it?
Second row, right.
Correct, no? Just give me a second. Hello? Sir. Okay, have you checked the matrix? Is everything okay now?
No, sir.
What is
In
the
in fifth row, sir, 6/4, last one, that is 6/4 square, na? So it's
point?
0.375, na?
So here also it is
It's mine,
0.375.
right. And so in cross to that, uh, last row, right. Is also minus 0.375. And
So
so behind that, that term should be 0.6/3 cube. So, sir,
this one,
right, sir. So, sir, 6/3 cube, 0.222. 6/3 square, sorry, sir.
3
3
square होगा,
square,
6/9.
0.666. 0.666.
So 6/9 must be there for at many places, no?
Right, sir.
So कुछ गड़बड़ की क्या हमने, फिर से एक बार चेक करते हैं. Anyway, 12/3 cube, that is 0.444, correct?
Right, sir.
6/3 square, that is 0.375, that is correct. 12/4 cube,
No, sir, that should be 6/3 square should be
6/3 square, that should be how much?
0.666. 0.666.
0.666.
Then all are right. 000.
Then 0, 0. First row is okay.
Sorted. Yes, sir.
Second row, 12/4 cube, this is correct. 0.3756/4 square,
Right.
then 0. 12/4 cube, is it correct?
Right, sir.
Then 0.375, is it correct? Yes.
Right, sir.
So for now, next line, 2.333 is correct. Minus 6/4 square is minus point. Is that right?
6/4 square, 7.375.
Correct. Then 2/4, that is 0.5. This is correct. Then third row, 12/3 cube. What is 12/3 cube? 0.444.
Right, sir.
And 6/3 square.
0.666.
So this is wrong. 0.666. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Then next is 12/3 cube and 6/4 square. 6/4 square, that's right. Last term is 2.33. Now upper part is correct. Now just cross verify the lower part. So 0.440, this is minus 0.666, then 000. How did we manage to make so many mistakes? Anyway, then this is 0.3750 minus 0.1875, 0.375. That is correct. 0 minus 0.375, 0.5. Then 0, and this should be 0.666, right?
Right. Right, sir.
And then
Now, okay, sir.
now all is okay. So calculate. So we have got the values. So we are going to write down these values now. So what is the value of first variable, that is u1? So I will write down that u1, sorry, capital U1. U1 Now U4, we started with U4, U5, right? U4, U5, U6, U7, U8, and U9, right?
Yes, sir.
Now EI was sitting on the left hand side. On right hand side, it will go and become by EI. So everything needs to be divided by EI. So it is going to be 224.325 by EI. 224.325 by EI. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Then minus 828.956 by EI. Then 134.669. So 67. 134.670 by EI. What is the value? Minus 222.734. 735. Minus 222.735 by EI. Happy? Minus 155.676. Minus
So that
150.
222 is plus.
No minus. It is minus. Are you able to see that minus sign here?
No, sir.
X is equal to minus 222.735.
So only I see the minus sign in V, Y.
देखो.
Right, sir. Now see. Yes, sir.
Then minus 155.676. 676 by EI. Happy? And V
Yes,
number
sir.
is 148.636 by EI. 148.636 by EI. एक बार क्रॉस वेरीफाई करो सब साइंस. So plus minus plus minus minus plus plus minus plus minus minus plus plus minus plus minus minus plus. Correct. Are you with me? Take a snapshot of this, Ganesh, and keep it with you. Tomorrow we will cross verify it and then we will march ahead. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Taken snapshot.
Taken, sir.
ओके. सो इक्वेशंस आल्सो, मीनवाइल ये इक्वेशंस जो लिखे हैं वो भी आप एक बार क्रॉस वेरीफाई कर लेना and ensure that all these 6 values are correct. Then we will go ahead and we will find out the reaction that completes the entire finite element formulation with assembly. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubt you can ask, or otherwise you can put your attendance and you can leave the class.